Today I'm going to share with you the mistakes I did, two mistakes when I just came to Denmark. I came to Denmark as a teenager, born in Uganda, so whatever I say is going to be according to the Ugandan culture or the East African culture compared to the Danish culture. And these are the mistakes I did. First of all, in Uganda, when an elder is speaking, it's a form of disrespect if you look them like direct in the eyes, like this, like seriously, like this. Sometimes it's a form of disrespect, and if an elder is angry with you or anything, whatever they say, you cannot talk back. You have to be quiet. At least that's how I was raised. You cannot talk back. You have to humble yourself, and the form of humbleness, you just look down and you just say yes to everything. Doesn't matter what, your opinion doesn't matter. If you talk back, it's a form of disrespect. Then they will be like, they didn't raise you well. Even though you really want to make a point, at that moment you can't. But in Denmark, it's the opposite. When I came to Denmark, there was a situation, I had some situations, a lot of situations, both in school, and I used to play football. When the coach is angry, he would talk to everyone, or he would talk to us. I'll not like look at him direct in the eye. I'll just either look away like this, or I'll just look down, because it was difficult for me to have eye contact, like look an elder in the eye like this. It took me years, it took me time to learn to look direct. Is when somebody is talking, it took me really time. And I realized that in Denmark, it's a form of disrespect if you don't look somebody in the eyes when they're talking, or if you don't make eye contact when somebody's talking to you. Is a form of disrespect. And I had so many people used to tell me that, are you okay? Is everything all right? And I used to ask, yeah, why? And somebody told me, actually, because people used to ask, even in school, they'll ask, is everything all right? Are you okay? Do you need anybody to talk to? And I'm like, I don't need anybody to talk to, like, I'm fine. So, but somebody told me that, well, because you are not making eye contact, some people find it disrespectful, or some people find it rude in Denmark if you don't make eye contact like this. And then you say, yeah, yeah. I couldn't do such things, because me, I would just be like, yes, yeah, when the person is right there. But yeah, so that's a huge mistake, and if you're not careful, it will be very difficult for you to get the job. For example, if you go to a job interview and you're not able to look the person in the eyes, then they see you like you're not confident enough and you're not sure of what you're saying. And another thing, you cannot even beg or anything. You can't do that. That's one of the mistakes I did, until it took me, I think, 2-3 years to learn this, and now I'm actually fine. But also, it doesn't mean that you should be like this in somebody's eyes, like, no. I learned how to give eye contact. So if you're from East Africa, if you're from Uganda, let me say, because I don't want to generalize it, I don't want to say it's an African thing, because I'm not sure if other African countries are like that. But to be very specific, in Uganda, if you are just coming from Uganda, you're coming to Denmark, please remember eye contact. It's very important when you're talking to somebody in Copenhagen or in Denmark. If you're talking to somebody, eye contact, like look them in the face. It's not disrespectful, because I used to think it's disrespectful, but it is not disrespectful. Actually, in Denmark, it's a form of respect, politeness, and also responding, yeah, tak. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Yeah, and yeah, that's it. Number 2 mistake I did is smiling. Like, smile, fake or real, just smile. So when I came when I came to Denmark, even though I see somebody, a stranger, and we have eye contacts on the street, I'm not gonna smile. Why should I smile? For what? Like, why? Why should I? Like, if I have eye contact with a person on the street, In Uganda, we don't do that. Like, even though I look at you like this, if you find me like this, I'm gonna stay like this. If I need to talk to you, I'm gonna talk to you. But doesn't mean I'm angry with you or anything. No, because I just don't have a reason to. And if you find me smiling, I'm gonna stay on this until I'm done with you and whatever situation it is. But in Denmark, right? When you're walking on the street, let me say I'm walking, and then I make eye contact with you. Even though I'm walking like this, the moment I do this, I'm gonna, and then I go back. So that's the thing I need to learn. It also took me some time because I used to struggle so much, like, why should I do that? But okay, also I learned that in Denmark, that's a form of politeness, and yeah, it's a way of greeting people without talking, without saying hi. It's just like, there you go. There you go. So before, if you're from Uganda, because I don't want to say if you're an African, but actually no, 90% of Africans, you know what I'm talking about. We don't just do that for no reason. Some of the things we are very real, like fake smiles are not our thing. They are not. But if you're coming to Copenhagen, or if you're coming to Denmark, let me say, you have to learn to fake smile, because it's also a form of politeness. So I also learned that a hard way, because I used to have people in school. But I told you I used to play football, and even some friends, when we are walking around, they say I always frown my face. I'm like, I'm not angry. It's just that I just don't have a reason to do this. I just don't have a reason to do that. But anyway, when you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. So when you come to Denmark, you have to do what Danish people do, so that you can fit in. So in order for me to fit in as a teenager among all the kids or all the youth, I had to adapt this thing of fake smile. It's a form of politeness, and I also had to adapt to look somebody straight in the eye when they're talking, and also say, yeah. I don't know how they're like, actually when I'm talking to somebody it comes, but I don't know how to like prepare and do it, like yeah, things like that. Like, so if you are from Uganda, when you are coming to Denmark, those are the mistakes you shouldn't do. Make sure make sure you make eye contacts. It will help you a lot, and people won't see you like you are up to something creepy or you are not okay. Then they'll start suggesting some therapy when you don't even need any. So please remember that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye bye.